Okay, so it's 8:30, July 20th. We're still on this fucking rock in the middle of the water, Hawaii. So we gotta make a video. So the uh the, the conversation this morning is going. My thoughts are about the the misuse of money, and all money is government money. It all is backed by the gold standard. So it is gold is mined for uh, the Vimanas. The Vimanas are the instruments that they float over cities, and they bring life and energy to cities. That's how they create networks to build businesses and all that for life to colonize and sustain itself. So that's why the dollar is backed by gold, and gold is so important. So it has to be mined to create those things. Um, so the the information I've been stewing on is I was in the military. I joined the army at 17 because I was poor. I wanted to get out of my hometown because it was kind of a small place. It wasn't bad at the time I left, but it was starting to get bad, and I wanted to get away and see other things. My family was very disturbing, and I had a bad childhood because my parents were actually divorced at a young age. My grandmother was murdered. My mother was a psychopath. I think she was uh, in a cult. My stepfather was definitely part of a cult. He was very abusive, and like I went through a lot as a child just to avoid talking about it. It like I wasn't like I grew up poor in areas where other people had money, and my parents got evicted constantly because my mother had addictions, and my stepfather was. Uh, he was kind of a pushover when it came to my mother, and she paid bills, but she was like the one that would rob Peter to pay Paul. And then the reason she did that is because she made bad decisions in the bedroom and like, well, in the dark. So, um, what I want to say is, when I was in the military, my pay was super low. The money I was getting paid to do my job, to risk my life, and to give up all the freedoms that I had as a civilian, and to be put in certain places where I had no actual control. You get orders, you have to move, you have to do what they tell you. You can't do certain things, you have to behave a certain way. Like you can't even if you wear a hat indoors, you could lose money out of your paycheck and possibly like lose your car insurance. You could not eat for a week because you wore or you didn't wear your hat outside and somebody seen it and they wrote you up, UCMJ action on something petty like that, or even saying something to somebody that has been in the service longer than you. They say you can lose rank for that too, lose money, and it can affect your whole family. So that part, but the pay that they receive is so low in comparison to like these pedos, like these Hollywood homosexual cult members, like are getting paid 1,000 times what these people are. They're getting dirty money. They're making dirty money. Like there has to be a way to create a bot or some kind of system that can trace every electronic transaction that's made to stop the fraud and the stealing from the regular everyday person, and then police too. Police are paid fucking such a low amount of money, and they risk their lives every single day. And so the problem with this is it's not that the Hollywood people are making so much more, or is that the police officers are making less, so little. They make enough, they make a living wage, but they risk their freedoms. They have to behave a certain way, or they can lose their job and it can affect their family. So why is it that these homosexual, rapists, drug dealing losers, they're freaking losers. These dudes are fucking losers. These women are whores. Like, it's disgusting. The shit these people do behind scenes, these are pedophiles too. These are the ones that run rings, that rape children and move drugs into the country and destroy neighborhoods and areas that they don't live in. These are those people, and they're making millions and millions and millions on dirty money, using dirty money to like launder more dirty money through businesses and shit like that. Like, these people are a cancer to any society they are present in. So if a police officer doesn't make enough money to sustain his ethical nature, then they could be paid and uh, basically bought. Same way with politicians, shit like that. Like, if you have people that have negative intentions for neighborhoods and they're demonic and possessed by greed and all these lustful things, like these deadly sins, if these people are controlled by sinful nature and they have the most money, then these people can pay the good natured people to go against ethics. And those are the situations that can cause great danger to society. And that's what I wanted to speak on. I think there needs to be some kind of I don't think it's that you got to increase the officers' wages too much, or but the military's wages, yes. I believe there should be like um, more than just a tax exemption or something like that. I think there should be a lot more grace and something more to keep these people in a an honest uh, position in society, because it's dangerous for evil people to have more money than the people that withhold the law. It's very dangerous, very dangerous. So that being said, that was what I wanted to talk about today, and that's what I'm putting the video out about it today. They need to figure out a way to stop all this money laundering and scams that go on with these businesses, these fake shell businesses, and shit that these criminals create in these networks of uh, lower society function. These are demonic people, menace to society is who these people are, and they get paid to do it. And there's big people with high positions that are public figures that are involved in this kind of shit, and those people need to be taken out of those positions. They don't need to have a platform. They don't need to have a voice. They need to be eliminated and put in jail where they need to be, because these people are responsible for murders and deaths of massive amounts of people in just everyday life. Almost every single death that you see in the world, murder, rape, any of that, you can credit all of it back to these evil people. So they need to cut the funding for these people. Like, if it's not ethical, then it doesn't need to be supported by any fiscal uh, standpoint that has any connection to gold standard, dollar bill, none of that. So you're paying for terrorism, basically.